quite the view up here. Not going up there. I think this is my spot right here. This little nook. I can see for miles. I can see all the way down into Canada, way over there. Beautiful. Gotta get some firewood for the hungry fire that keeps us warm at night. Well, we made it. Now we set up camp. They're checking us out. I'm sure they're going to be checking out our food here pretty soon. Little tail cracks me up. grizzle right next to camp. He's just grazing. Yeah. Looking for berries and all kinds of fun stuff. Yeah, looks like he's heading off, fortunately. A little bit too close to camp for comfort. Alright, so what time is it right now? It's probably like 10:09. 10:09. Doesn't exactly look it, does it? Good old land of the midnight sun.
7:30. Yeah, pushing everything. Got a hooter.
Oh. Oh. Just jumped on something. He's just sitting there. Menacingly. Looking at us. Oh, he just turned his head around. I can't believe this camera can focus this darkness. He's just hanging around us. He just does not know what to make of us. I wonder if he's ever seen people before. Well, first night rained the whole night. But I think that we will don our rain gear and head out. See what we can do on this first day.
How hot do you want yours? Hot, that's hot, plenty hot for me.
Alright, so what's the plan? Are you guys what? See what we can see?
We didn't get dropped off exactly where we had planned because we had issues finding a good runway, which meant all of our original ideas for hunts were out the window. We decided to spend the first couple days getting a lay of the land to see where animals might be or where they might be passing through.
Somewhere, right over there. Yep, he's poking around over there still. There's the grizzly bear, and then if you pan just a little bit over, there's camp. Oh, it's coming out now. He's looking for berries, not too interested in us. But he's a lot less afraid than I would have liked. Blueberries.
After spending the morning trudging through Muskeg, we decided it was time to split up and cover more ground and see more country.
We're definitely in bear country. Someone was scratching their back.
Yep, that was a good night.
Yeah. Well, day 2. Woke up to pouring rain. Rain pretty much all night. No, it's gonna be a wet one today, I think. That's what the rain gear's for. Everyone's sitting down to their breakfast skillets. The legend. Oh, actually, you guys have what? Spicy Southwest style skillet. Oh man. There's a bear right down at the end of the runway. You might be able to see him. There's our bear. Just right off in the, got the spice, just in case he decides to come and pay us a visit. Yeah, he just into his own thing. I think he noticed us, and he's not really caring all that much. He may notice.
Yeah. Hey, That's skillet.
There's our tent.
Yeah, play dead. He's a guy that does a good skit on Bob and Tom. Okay. How long do you play dead? Until you are?
There's a bear right over there. He's giving us a wide berth though. Hopefully he continues to walk past, not towards. Definitely knows we're here. He's looked over a couple.
Hey!
Hey!
Down here! Nope! Get!
Alright, he's turning tail and running. Yep, we're good. Good to go. They're still at least a little bit afraid of things they don't understand.
The previous day, Rick and Adrian had seen a caribou in the next drainage over, so we figured the best plan would be to climb the ridge between them to get a better look.
It's like as the water's been coming down, it creates these natural terraces. Almost like you see in some other countries. Arctic ptarmigan. Very cool. Here we go. Little mountain chickens.
What's going to be on the other side of this hill? We just came up all the way from the valley. You can almost see our camp. Wow.
Couple of bears coming up the hill. Man, they're running. Unfortunately, they're kind of running up there, which is where Adrian is. Can't see him anymore. He was right on the top there. Making sure they don't get much closer. We can make sure they don't. We're gonna.
Hey! Get! Ah! Get!
Meh. Oh, got quite the hump on him. Too close for comfort. Well, those two bears decided to come check us out, and they were kind of coming up, and we shouted at them, and then they really started coming towards us, and that was a little disconcerting. But I think we scared them off because they turned tail after I think they got our scent and headed up over the hill. So, you know, never hurts to get a little bit of adrenaline going. Now we're up at the very top here. Very tip top. The view of the whole place. And that's the valley we came from.
Traveler's return.
Good little hill.
See anything?
Get a good view from up there.
Did you see the bear down in camp?
Is there a bear in camp right now?
No. Hope
No,
not.
we didn't.
Just out of our range.
And that creek out there. Well, we saw a small little group of probably, what, 6 or 7?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep, so about 7 of them crossing over this plain right over here. And it's probably the ones that Rick and Adrian saw up over next to the lake. And they appear to be calves and cows. So not very good for us, but I guess it means that they're here somewhere. And there's no bulls with them, and they saw bulls yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So we know there are bulls somewhere around here. So there is another group hiding somewhere, but it's a good sign at least. Okay, so we just actually saw one little caribou coming down this. I saw him silhouetted against the sky. Came running down and stopped out in front of us. But I'm pretty sure it's either juvenile or female. We're checking it out though. We're gonna probably check. No, there it goes actually. Might be able to see it down there. No horns. So we think maybe it lost its group or whatever, and because it just walked up and looked right at us and finally decided to skedaddle. So maybe it's got friends. I know we saw a singleton like this yesterday, so this might be it. Endless sea of tribbles.
Throw a bunch in there. And
You guys did a good job.
yeah, that's the size that this stove lasts.
Why
You see, all of a sudden
did
it's gonna
the
go out.
saw your head?
And Adrian did the splitting. It was a tag team.
Combo. Yeah. Power team. The bones, all the bones and everything, just
Wow.
eat it all.
Huh.
They would eat every single bit except
I'll
the
be darned.
hooves and the rumen.
Red hot.
red hot. Look at that.
Nice.
That's what's keeping us protected from the cold outside.
And there's this too.
Damn, I think it would have evaporated.
Well, it didn't snow last night. You guys said you leaned out of the tent and saw a moose looking at a bear or something.
Yeah, I saw it a minute ago.
That's about the most Alaskan morning that I can think of. But
And both ignoring us.
they had much better things to do. No. I'll have to formulate a game plan and see if we can find ourselves a couple caribou.
It's actually look like there's kind of 2 little islands in the dribble. Way.
Yeah, that's when we were going. It looked like the channel looked like there was a rock in it, or the side was cut out. It wasn't that bad. Hard to say how it was all the way up.
Look, Ryan had to put on sunglasses.
Finally got to use them. It's been clouds the whole time.
Let me get a picture of you and your dad. After only walking a quarter mile out of camp, a bear got a little bit too interested in us.
Come on, Frick. Come on. Get out. Ooh. Yeah. That's it's. Go. Get out of here. Oh, he snorted and ran. He's going. Safety's off.
We managed to accidentally pick the widest gap between the forks of the river, which meant we had to bushwhack through dense willow patches and side channels. We didn't know if we would come face to face with a bear or a moose or any other wild animal at any moment in that dangerous maze.
Yeah, that's a decent one.
After being on edge the whole time, we finally crossed endless oxbows and forks in the river and eventually made it through the willows and got out onto open tundra. It was nice to finally be able to see further than a few feet in front of us, and we set our sights on the base of a nearby mountain where we could get a slightly elevated position.
Caribou coming through. I guess we're gonna try and head them off or something. What do you think? What do we do?
No, but cows and calves. Got a wind this here. So.
And the wind is at our back. That's definitely a cow. Well, do you want to try to head them off or just too small?
Yeah. I don't know if this was.
They're breaking into a full run. There they go. Marching out over this here clearing, and this might be a spot we come back to a couple times because it's got a good view and there's a lot of tracks that make it seem like the caribou are coming through here. So I think the only hard part's going to be getting through all the willows out there. Might make things a little interesting.
Fortunately, using the higher vantage point gave us the view that allowed us to cross a narrower section of the river and a much narrower area of willows to get back to camp.
Getting ready for the cool evening. The wind's blowing in something. Maybe another storm. Or who knows, maybe it'll be like last night and it'll just all blow out and all the clouds will be gone and it'll be freezing cold. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't snow though.
throw in a handful of them and
Cooking some sausage.
Headed out from camp. One of the first times we've actually had sunlight. Off to do some river crossings.
oh, there he goes.
This wolverine passed where we were sitting multiple times.
Where's Spray? Is he coming right ahead? Oh, he saw us. Oh, look at him stand up. Oh, he saw us. He's going.
He's going back there.
Bye. You think it's the same one?
Oh, yeah. Still there, damn it.
I know, right? Oh, he's not quite running straight away. Wonder if Rick scared him this way or something.
The animals that far north almost didn't know what to make of humans and would often just stand and stare.
Here's our little Wolverine friend. He doesn't want to hang out with us though. There he goes. Looking at us. Oh, peeking up, looking. Are they following me? There he goes. Well, we've been sitting here for a few hours at this point in the rain, and it's finally looking a little bit better, but if it decides to take a turn, we're gonna head back and make camp ready for a night of rain. We'll see. It came on very suddenly, so hopefully it can leave very suddenly too.
It did come in fast.
Adrian's over there with his leg warmer.
You mean whiskey?
What's that?
I wish it was whiskey.
Yeah.
That's the best leg warmer right there.
Right up there somewhere.
Oh.
These guys.
Well, the rain kind of broke, and looks like it may be coming back in, unfortunately. But we just spotted out, way out there, about 20 or 30 caribou. Right? Can anyone tell which direction they're going?
Just kind of feeding.
You're feeding.
They're just chilling out there. And yeah, so we're gonna have to think about what we want to do about that. There's our little herd out there. Yep, they're moving around and everything. So we got to decide what we want to do. Maybe we can give them the stock, or maybe we'll wait for them to come this way.
Sure you don't get two. Anytime, man. Good. Okay, Adrian, don't shoot the rock in front of you.
Now that the herd was spooked, they were too clumped up and jittery for Adrian to get a clear sight line to only one caribou. We waited a few minutes for an opening to appear, but they moved out of our line of sight and we followed them to see if they would spread out. After stalking the herd a little further around the mountain, we realized it had probably run too far ahead of us and there was no way we could get a good angle on it anymore. Adrian decided to hold off this time and let this opportunity pass. There were several days left in the trip, and with how often herds were traveling past this spot, we felt confident there would be more chances to take home a big bull.
It's nothing like sitting on a rest.
Oh,
I let him just a little. I was shooting for the neck.
I think he's getting right in the hands right now.
Rick had made a clean shot on his bull, and we could see the storm socking in the valley around us. It was already getting late before the caribou showed up, so we needed to process this animal ASAP if we wanted to get back to camp before it started getting dark. The soaking rain meant I didn't want to risk my camera being ruined, so we have memories instead of pictures in this case.
Alright, well, we made it back to camp. And if it looks cold and windy, it's because it is. And Now we're attempting to make some food. There was a bear right over there when we came in. And yeah, we're just gonna try and wait out this storm, I think. It's, I think we're all a little tired. It's been a bit of a day.
The next morning, the rain had quit, but the wind definitely hadn't. With one animal processed and secure in camp, we went about looking after our home base and drying out our soaked equipment.
Well, after kitchen number 1 failed spectacularly, just when we needed it the most, we've decided to set up a bit more of a better structure, I think. Got some nice wood that we scavenged from the riverbed, put a nail up there to hold it. Like it's fancy. Got some guy wires coming out. We nailed a cross. We cut off a piece, nailed it to this one, and then put foam to keep it from punching through the rope or through the tarp. Have a rope going all the way across. And then we got the 3 guy wires. It's pretty cool. I'm actually digging this one. This one might be okay. The wind usually comes from either that direction or that direction, so hopefully it can kind of shed the wind or let it kind of go under if it needs. I think it's pretty cool. I'm really happy with how it turned out. All right, while Rick and Adrian are off, we're making sure that there's plenty of water if we ever get rain like we did last night, and also wood mostly. I'm gonna try and bring this back and chop it all up. So we'll have something to feed the voracious little stove we've got. We were just chopping wood, we noticed some caribou over there.
The caribou herd passed by so quickly that we didn't have a chance to figure out whether there were any males, but it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience to be that close to them. Literally minutes later, we had a visit from another local though. Seeing all the animals made us wonder how many were passing by camp every day while we were away.
Master Chef Jeff making his patented chili with some of the caribou that we got yesterday. It smells really good. I'm excited to try it. Guys will be back in, I don't know, maybe half an hour or so, and hopefully it'll be ready for them and we'll be good to go.
The wildlife wasn't quite done paying us a visit for the day.
There it is. I think he's just, yeah, he's like, these ones.
Yeah, those red ones.
Oh, the red one. Red.
We were content to just watch the bear browse the berry bushes at a distance, but his foraging started to bring it in a little bit closer to camp, which put us a little on edge.
Oh, it's got a dog.
It's smelling.
We're all pensively watching as the bear that has been hanging out right over down there.
Ready?
Hey!
Hey,
Hey!
go bear! Get out of here!
Get!
Get! Doesn't even care. Go!
Hey! Get!
Get out of here!
Who's got the gun?
I got the spray.
Hey! Get!
Hey!
Get!
Oh, come on.
Hey!
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 Go bear!
Up!
He's really into it.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Hey!
Hey!
Go bear! Yeah, it's sauntering away.
It's gonna be effective.
Also, look at those clouds. Look at this. We got caribou stew, courtesy of Master Chef Jeff. Oh man.
Late that night, we poked our heads out of the tent to see the aurora dancing overhead. This was one of the few nights that there wasn't cloud cover, so we had to take advantage of it. Seeing the northern lights is something everyone has to experience at least once.
Woke up to an actually sunny day today. What do you know? The sky is mostly blue. Although we're not going to get lulled into a false sense of confidence, because last time it looked like this, we came back to pouring rain. So we'll definitely have to batten down the hatches before we leave. But at least that was a unique thing.
Rick and Adrian had noticed some nice fish swimming in the river we had been crossing, so we decided today was the day to get our lines wet.
Man, those are about as big a grayling as you're gonna find. Holy crap, there's a fish, man.
We saw a few cow caribou and decided that tomorrow we would go back to where we could look out over the area again. We also managed to see a scrap between two mink by the riverside.
There he goes. Cooking some sausages on top of our stove. Getting nice and warm. Let's see you have to feed this fire like none other because very quickly it burns up the little pieces you put in there. And then right outside we're making the water for the rest of our meal, which I think for us is beef stroganoff. Should be good. Well, last night didn't get any aurora footage because it just wasn't happening enough when there was no cloud cover. This morning it was windy. We got cloud cover. Now, hopefully it doesn't blow in rain. Some blue sky around, so hopefully that continues to improve and not get worse. I think we're gonna go over and see if we can fish and maybe hunt a little bit in that spot again today.
Even though we were miles north of the Arctic Circle, this area was anything but a frozen wasteland. In fact, the land seemed to teem with wildlife at every turn. We continued to see small herds of cow caribou pass through the area and spotted a few moose in the distance, but we were about to run into a critter that none of us expected. We weren't having much luck that day with caribou, so we decided to head back down to the river and spend the rest of the day fishing. After an afternoon of fishing, we headed back to camp to get ready for the next day.
Caught wind of us or heard us.
little bit of a breeze kicked up in the last hour or so. It's a completely different direction, which is always a bad sign. And instead of blowing from that direction where there's no clouds, it's blowing from that direction. So we might be in for some rain tonight. Hopefully, if it happens, it just happens overnight, and we wake up to a nice, bright, sunny day. Well, it did kind of rain last night. Today, we're just surrounded by a thick blanket of fog in all directions. So now, Dad and I get to try and get into our waders that were out last night. And maybe we'll go hunt over in that same area. Maybe do some fishing.
As we sat and watched, another herd passed through the area in front of our lookout. We scanned through the group to find a bull, and Adrian spotted one near the front.
Low.
Adrian's first shot went so low that to this day we think something must have obstructed the barrel slightly to make it go wildly off course.
Way low. Kind of stuck.
The way the bull reacted to the second shot made us think that Adrian had hit it, but quickly settled back in with the rest of the herd and kept moving. By that point, the shot had passed and they were getting too far out of our sight line. Immediately after they got out of range, we ran down and looked for any sign of blood. Unfortunately, there wasn't any sign that the caribou had been wounded, so it seemed the second shot also completely missed. Adrian was gutted. This was the second to last day, and to have a bull walk away after you had him in your sights just because of a mechanical issue was brutal. We tried to make the best of the rest of the day by walking around part of the mountain we'd been sitting at. This helped put everything in perspective. We were still in one of the most picturesque and wild places any of us had ever been, and the adventure had already been once in a lifetime.
Man, that's a big bear. Looks nice over there. Doesn't look as nice over there. Hopefully this wind continues to blow it across this way and keep the rain at bay. We'll see. We might be walking out in quite the little storm.
During the downtime between caribou sightings, we would scour the rocks of the mountain and find hundreds of fossils from ancient ocean floors.
Well, I was right. It did start to rain almost immediately. I just wanted to show off my amazing grocery bag, dry bag, because forgot my backpack cover, so we're improvising. Master Chef Adrian made, what was it, grayling?
Yep, Arctic grayling.
Ooh, with
A little Labrador tea.
and butter. Never have too much butter. Bon appetit. The waiter's one disadvantage. Gotta take them off and leave them at the river every day. Carry your boots over your back. Saw a couple caribou as we were approaching our spot. We're gonna see if we can get a little stock since they're already past it. See if there are any males.
The herd had already moved on, and we worried we may have been just a little too late to capitalize on one of the last opportunities on the last day.
I want to get some pictures. So I'm going up there. Should be interesting. There they are, way down there. You probably see them. Quite the view up here. Not going up there. I think this is my spot right here. This little nook. I can see for miles. I can see all the way down into Canada, way over there. Beautiful.
This fisheye lens really doesn't do the slope here justice. Between the steepness and the shifty rock, I definitely needed to take it slow. After I'd made my way back to the group, we all continued to hunker down and keep an eye out. As we waited on the final hunting day, a question kept nagging us from the back of our minds. We've seen herds full of cows with the occasional bull sprinkled in, but where are the rest of the bulls?
Alright, we just saw a couple of caribou coming down. We're gonna have to let them pass to find out if there are any bucks, any bulls in there. Everyone's setting up so that they're ready for them to come right through there, probably.
It was the herd we'd been hoping for the entire trip. Everyone got into position and prepared for them to pass into our sightline. In the chaos, my microphone kept getting unplugged, so some of these clips will have sporadic audio.
Did you get yours, Dan?
One down there.
Here, did you get yours, Dan?
All the waiting had paid off. We had 2 nice bowls on the ground just before the trip was over. Now we just had to process them and get back to camp.
All the big bucks came through.
I don't even have anything in the chamber.
Dad barked himself a little bit. That's all right, but he just got a nice one. And there's some good ones in there. 2 down.
I don't know what's going on with this gun.
Oh, there's a right over here. Little
Calf right there.
calf making a break for it. All right. Those are some nice ones. Congratulations, Dad.
Wow.
Adrian.
Thanks,
Fucking
Jeff.
A, man. I looked over there, I could just see a whole bunch of them coming into view, and I looked at the binoculars, fucking everyone's got horn. I go, God.
Adrian.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Damn, all of a sudden. Today's the day.
Yeah. Last day. And then they come rolling in.
Scope got you?
Congrats, guys. That was some good shooting. Man, the patience paid off.
I am actually allergic to deer hide, which made me decide to wear these big orange gloves in order to avoid some sort of anaphylactic reaction that far away from civilization.
Well, we just made it back to camp. It's about 9:30, and oh man, we got piles of meat just strewn about on all the bushes. The meat, oh, the meat garden. So it's been a successful day, I think. And now we're going to get ready for tomorrow, and hopefully get ready to leave. It's just right around the corner.
Because none of us wanted to carry the hides and horns through the Willows at night, we decided to go back for them in the morning as a final trip before the plane picked us up.
All right, look at Adrian's got the strategy. You just bonk him. Got a little bit of Dad's shattered one, so we're gonna head out. There's 4 moose over here. Big poles, all hanging out together. There's one. Adrian out in front. Oh, there's 2 of them. Yep. There they go. Probably can't see them very well, but they're there, rest assured. Pretty cool. This place is unlike any other. You just walk down the stream and you see all kinds of weird stuff. Oh, there's another one. Man, look at those paddles.
unlike anything else. You just walk along and bam, there's a 4 giant moose. Uh-oh.
Hang up for the day.
There you go. Sideways kind of worked. He's drifting. Wow.
Damn.
You okay? Lose any
Yeah, short and landed.
There we go.
No, shorty didn't land.
No problem. He knows how to maneuver that thing.
All the things I love, where they come and go, but what I need, it never knows. It's the chase of time, it's the fear I'll fail, it's never knowing who I am. It's where I'll go, it's what I'll see, it's what it takes to chase that dream. It's the peace of mind, it's the fuel to the fire, it's the end of the world of my desires. So away we go until we find just what it is that makes this life. It's the tale you tell that you can't forget. It's the things you feel when you're in your head. It's all you know, it's who you are, it's what you need with all your heart. It comes with time, I swear I swear it comes with time.